privilege of talking with Sai in Los Angeles. You flew all the way to LA to hang out with me. My attorneys are flying in to hang out with you.
Yeah.
You're a former bank CEO. I'm not going to mention the bank for privacy reasons. A lot of people that I know ask me, are PPP returns or managed by self returns really real? And since you're a former CEO of a bank out of Europe, you would be able to have a third-party opinion about are the returns that people, legitimate providers provide, are they truly real?
Yes, they are. And the reason why they're real is because people don't understand which instruments are going to be used to create that money. Mm-hmm. Now, many people say an SBLC or a BG or some instrument, banking instrument, but banking instruments don't necessarily create that kind of profitability. However, ownership of some instruments will allow you to trade, will allow you to leverage, and will allow you to work in certain marketplaces and generate large returns. What really does return you money is owning of a portion of it, and that becomes risky because now you're venturing into the arena of derivatives. Mm-hmm. Right. So if I wanted to trade derivatives, a $10 share, I can pay 10 pence for that and have the benefit of £10 worth of growth for 10 pence. Whereas other people have invested £10 and will have the growth of £10. So the leverage element is where you make money, and the cost of an instrument is where you make money. So it depends whether it's a warranted one where you get a discount and then you leverage, or you are using a derivative. Any document which says we will guarantee you a return usually involves derivatives because there's no other way of guaranteeing that. Now, if you do that, you must have a hedge as well. Right?
Sure.
So you cannot lose on the leverage, and you must make money on the other as well. That's the safest way to not lose money. There's no other way.
And there you heard it. Third-party authority verifying these returns could be real. Mr. Zaman, why are you working with my company?
When we came to know about you, it's all about creative project finance. Mm-hmm. There are some things that you are able to do that regular banks are not able to do. If at all they're doing only for their top customers. Mm-hmm. So creative project financing for people like us who are in the business of making money for people in a truly trusted way can go a long way to enhance the returns for our investors.
Sure, 100%.
So with your background, with your skill set and the trust that we have built, I think it's going to go a long way in helping our investors.
It's been an honor. Thanks so much, Mr. Zaman. I really appreciate it. Hi friends, and I want to take a minute and answer some of your frequently asked questions. The first question is, Taimour, we love the content you're producing, we're certainly learning a lot. Is there a way that we can work a little bit closer with your organization and learn a little bit more? So the answer to that is we have 4 ways where you can work a little bit closer with us. The first easier way is buy a copy of our book, Hypergrowth, How to Connect with Customers in New Ways. The second way is that if you're working on a project that requires project financing and you're looking for a consultation around that, strategies from a proven provider, you can book a consultation call. The third one is if you want to join one of our mastermind groups, our brokers go through a mastermind group with our directors of partnerships, or I run a mastermind group on how to become a bank first. And finally, one of my favorite programs is offering trusted advisory services. Primarily, these are for businesses that don't have a CFO or their CFO doesn't have real international banking relationships. They're looking for experts like us to be parachuted for about 6 months, 4 months to look at their assets, look at their strategy, bring in some bank relationships, some product services that could exponentially increase the profitability and the growth of the company, and you can access all of that through the trusted advisory services. If you're interested in things like that, feel free to book a consultation call with me, and I'm happy to help you. Taimour, you're passionate about a mastermind group on why to become a bank first. Why is that so important? Imagine you run a coffee shop and I run a coffee shop. Imagine you buy your coffee beans and your supplies from the same vendor that I buy it from. And imagine my coffee shop is right across your coffee shop, so differentiation is like really pretty much null. If you drank the Kool-Aid called learn how to become a bank first before you become a coffee shop runner or owner, or being a real estate developer, or being a venture capitalist, whatever you do for a living, if you drank the Kool-Aid of becoming a bank first, you will not have issues and the challenges traditional businesses have. Let me give you an example. Allow me to give you an example. You made $500,000 net profit in your coffee shop business. I made $500,000 net profit in my business. You drank the Kool-Aid on how to become a bank first. You take your $500,000, you walk into places like Cayman Islands that allows foreigners like you and I to open bank licenses, not bank accounts, not corporate accounts, but you open up bank licenses. Well, in places like Cayman Islands, you and I can deposit money in our bank accounts, because necessarily in our bank accounts, if you own a bank license. What you have to do is deposit your money in the Central Bank of Cayman Islands. You have to deposit money in the Central Bank of Cayman Islands. And the central bank gives your bank a line of credit at 10 times multiples, which means your 500K now turns into $5 million. You take your $5 million, and I don't know where you live, in Europe, in Australia, wherever you live in, you go to your bank, your local bank, and you say, hey, I want to grow my coffee business. I need capital for growing it, or I want to buy an auxiliary business, or I want to invest in a new business, or I want to invest in real estate. Here's my business plan. And you know, when you want to buy real estate, you put 20% down and the bank gives you a loan for 80%. So guess what you do with your $5 million? You put it down, your $5 million as your deposit, and you get your bank to give you a loan for 80% of 80% of the project you're looking for with a $5 million deposit. What that means is that now you get a line of credit for $20 million. So I made $500,000, you made $500,000, and you turned into $20 million. Can you outperform me in advertising? Can you maybe go to the supplier and say, hey, I want to buy bulk coffee beans or whatever the deal is. Give me a discount that you can't give to Taimour because I'm going to be buying it in bulk, and then outwin me on pricing. Can you, even at $20 million, even this side business, like invest in real estate or something like that? When you become a bank first, you can, when things like coronavirus happens, the unfortunate event of coronavirus happens, and a lot of these businesses just die, you can outlast that. When the unfortunate Russian invasion of Ukraine happens and inflation goes up, and like all these turmoils that happen, you can outlast that all day long, because you drank a Kool-Aid called learn how to become a bank first. And that's why I'm very passionate about teaching this. You're not working with amateurs, you're working with experienced professionals who know what they're doing. Next question, I guess, Taimour, you charge a fee for consultation. That's correct, we do. Why do you guys charge a fee for consultation? There's two answers for that. The first answer is that I provide about 40% of my content completely for free on YouTube. That some of the videos attracts millions of viewers, and that leads to about 600 calls a day to us. And a lot of them are junk transactions. It's joker brokers who are shopping around. Is somebody who doesn't have a real transaction. They're tire kickers that are. By charging a consultation fee, we cut all of that out, and we talk to people who are serious about doing business with us. The caliber of people we meet are significantly more when we charge a fee compared to when we don't charge a fee. Second reason why I charge a consultation fee is that a lot of times our clients are looking for, hey, if I participate in a private program, or whatever it is that I'm doing, what are the returns I can get? Well, if you were going to be a joker broker and start providing returns, that's called solicitation. However, if we're charging a fee, the client is legally hiring us, retaining us, and so when you're hiring us as consultants, retaining us as consultants for a very small nominal fee, now we are not soliciting anything. Now comes the best part of the whole thing. We actually refund 100% of the fee to the client at the time of a transaction completing. So we refund 100% of the money when the transaction completes. So this way, I wouldn't say there's no cost for the call, but I just want to make sure I'm talking to a qualified individual that's ready, willing, and able to do a transaction versus tire kickers. Who's your ideal client and who's not? Our ideal clients are businesses that have cash, that have to have some kind of liquid cash and or assets like letters of credit, real estate, like that, and they're leveraged. They're looking for large amount of capital that banks are offering primarily to their Fortune 30, Fortune 50 clients, like that. You're leveraging us because of a volume of transactions we do with banks, our experience, our expertise, our ability to execute, and this new amount of capital allows our clients to get funding that allows them to buy a business, buy a new business, buy existing business, expand your business, get the project funding you need for project expansion, like that. And that's the market we are interested in serving, businesses that have some kind of liquid capital and or assets, and they're ready to start a transaction. Why is there no defamation or lawsuits against your organization? So knock on wood, as a date of this video, there's no defamation or lawsuits against my organization. Awesome, yeah. There's two answers why there isn't any. The corporate answer is because we operate with a high level of integrity. Everything we do is to law firms, on paper, like things like that. That's the corporate answer. The truthful answer is my vision as a CEO hasn't been bold enough, big enough for me to knock some trees down for this to happen. Here's the facts. Here's some facts. If you look at the big brand names in your household, whichever car you drive, a Honda, a Toyota, a Mercedes, or whatever medicines you have, Taimour, whoever your fridge manufacturer is, whether you use Google, Facebook, look at the big brands of things you consume in your household. Look at the income statement of these big brands. You will notice every one of them, whether it's the car you drive, the medicine you're consuming, the internet, Google, Facebook, or look at their income statements, and you'll notice that litigation is part of their income statement. Litigation is part of their income statement. Fact is that a lot of organizations at some point in your growth, in your maturity of your business, litigation unfortunately is part of it. When it comes to us, we're ready, willing, and able. But the fact that we don't have it, my truthful answer, not my corporate answer, is because my vision as the CEO hasn't been bold, big enough for me to try to disrupt the world kind of thing. My last question is, we are interested in learning about participating in small cap or alternative to small cap private placement programs. Why would people choose your organization versus alternative options? I would think because we use attorneys, securities attorneys, international attorneys. I think that's probably a big one because I'm in a private placement program, have been in a private placement program. I've done buy and sells myself successfully. So I would say the why choose us, experience, expertise, ability to execute. We're not providing providers that have a Gmail, Hotmail, email address like that. We're working with some of the best attorneys out there in having the attorney manage the client's funds, or having the attorney actually run a private placement program, or the attorney representing the clients with platforms we vetted, like things like that. My name is Taimour Zaman. Before I let you go, I just want to say on behalf of my associates, my team, myself, I'm really grateful for the time you invest in watching our YouTube videos, and I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. Your time and attention are yours to keep, and the fact that you watch our YouTube videos and give us some of your time, I just want to say I'm truly grateful for that. Thank you so much. I look forward to the opportunity of meeting you, and hopefully for the opportunity of also helping you on a project. Thank you.